Have you ever had a situation happen to you where you had a feeling in your gut that was saying, don't be bothered with it, but you overlooked it anyway, and lo and behold, whatever you felt in your gut, that's exactly what happened? Yeah, me too. That reminds me of the story I shared about my coworker, well, my old coworker, that he snaked me, but he snaked me like before I even met him. Um, I guess I'll link the video up top, but I saw he was a snake, and I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. And then when I really like pulled away from him and didn't want to be bothered with his energy, snaked me again. Yeah, I don't blame a snake for being a snake. I blame myself for overlooking it or giving the benefit of the doubt. In this video, we're going to take a deeper dive into that gut feeling, why it comes about, and why you should always trust it. Let's talk about it. So let's talk about our brain. Our brain works in two different ways: subconsciously and consciously. The subconscious wavelengths in our brain, they tend to happen a lot faster than our conscious thoughts. Like, you ever notice that you could be doing something like moving your hand or something like that, and you never even really knew consciously that you were doing it? That's kind of how it is. Now, now the subconscious is gonna give you that feeling in your gut about a situation. The subconscious is just doing its job. Now your conscious mind is gonna pick up the feeling in your gut, like, okay, something was wrong, but you didn't really realize it in the beginning. That's what the subconscious mind was doing. The subconscious thoughts in our brain is our true intuition. Now, with that intuition, that comes into our conscious mind. And now, say you kind of guessing yourself, your subconscious mind is going to become a fear-based decision maker. Even better than fear-based, I want to use the term outcome dependent. Like I just made a video on outcome dependency. That true intuition is the higher powers trying to let you know something. Now, what you do with it, once you know, it's up to you. Just got to be accountable for whatever decision we make after that. Now, a lot of times we ignore our inner voice. There are ways that contribute to why we do this. The first example is social conditioning. Now, we are taught to value logic over emotional thinking first and foremost. Yes, logical decision making it's supposed to be the best. But in this example, if our gut is telling us something, yes, it is more of an emotional thing, but it should be viewed in this instance as a key to factor in as we make our logical decision. The second reason is from fear of being wrong. Doubt comes from wanting to avoid mistakes, and also doubt comes from social pressures. If we make a decision, we're not always going to make the right choice, but so be it. As long as you make that decision and you stand on it 10 toes down, it is what it is. Social pressures, whatever. Like, everybody has an opinion. Why would we let the next person's opinion of decisions that we're making for our life, why would we let that bother you? I don't. The third reason is the overconsumption of external opinions. Now, these opinions can come from social media, experts, and just peers in general. Like I said, everybody is going to have some type of opinion. But what's your opinion? Who's living the life from your shoes? Who's walking your walk? Yes, everybody could try to guide you, but the ultimate choice that you make is yours and yours alone. And you have to lie in the bed that you make. There are ways that we can strengthen our intuition. The first example I have is to journal or do meditation. Just think about anything, and for some people it helps to write things down. Other people, they'll meditate on it. That's going to help free the mind from the stressful thoughts or anything like that. And by journaling or by doing meditation, you're putting your worries out into the universe. And at that point, you don't have to worry about them anymore. Also, by journaling or doing meditation, it's going to help you recognize the patterns in which your intuition might be trying to tell you something. You'll notice the consistent patterns and certain times when your intuition is trying to kick in. The second way is by trusting your past experiences. If your intuition has kicked in and you've either done what it was telling you or you haven't, as this happens more and more, you'll get to have a trust. When you get your gut feeling, you would know that, okay, yeah, my gut been telling me this, and every time I went against my gut, this happened or this happened, something bad happened. So we need to learn how to trust our gut in the very beginning and not have to keep going through those gut feelings. The third way is by minimizing external noise. That remind me of the video I just made about isolation. Yeah, like you just gotta be to yourself, close your ears off to the world, and just think about things, all the extra noise. A lot of times it does nothing but hinder our thoughts and add worry and stress onto our plates. And we can't have that, right? We can also make small decisions first. Now, if our intuition's kicking in on something, maybe it's something small, something like, should you go to the store right now or something like that? If your gut is telling you not to, then don't. Now, by starting with small decisions first, that's gonna help us build up the trust that we have in our own intuition and subconscious thoughts. Once the trust is built up, you could take on any type of a decision and not even have to think twice about it. You were right all along. Your gut feeling, your intuition, it was always there. And all you had to do was listen to it. Everybody, if you're still here, drop in the comments. Share a time when you trusted your gut feeling or a time when you didn't. Let me know if your gut feeling was correct. Everybody, like, comment, subscribe if you so inclined to do so. Take care, stay blessed. I'll see you in the next one. Stay elevated.